Hi, y'all. It's me. I'm here with a project share. It is actually Wednesday, and I'm going tomorrow down to Sacramento for a crafty meetup this weekend with 9 other women. I'm going to be staying at Mimi's house. She's hosting me for the weekend, so we're going to turn it into a 4-day weekend. So I'm going to be there tomorrow through Monday. Our get together is actually on Saturday. And so I wasn't sure if I was going to make it because I have another trip planned close to this, and I was just not sure if I was going to be able to do both. But at the last minute, I decided why not. So that's why I'm going. And so I kind of am tardy to the party, and I had to make stuff really quickly to have it ready for the meetup. So the theme of this meetup is Disney. And for those who know, I am not a huge fan of Disney. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not my jam. And I don't have anything in my stash Disney really. I'm sure I have colors that are coordinating with Disney, but not actual Disney. So I'll point out things that I had to purchase along the way just so you can see. But we had to make um, a goodie bag that had something in it that was handmade and some snacks, and then we had to create a handmade item for a raffle. And they are doing a pocket letter deal thing where they each get a square, and I'm not involved in that part of it, and that's okay because, like I said, I'm not a huge Disney fan. In fact, I even told the lady since I'm tardy to the party, they don't even have to bring me anything at all. If they choose not to, that's fine. But if they do, I'll be back after the weekend and show you what I got. But for now, I'm going to show you what I created for this whole thing. And I'm going to start off with the goodie bags. So aside from having the handmade item in the goodie bag, I also wanted to hand make the goodie bag itself. And this is what I created. And I think it is just adorable. It's so cute the way they came out. I'm so happy with it. This one's already packaged up and ready to go. So what I did was I started with the base, and the base of these, which is this part here and this back part here, those are made with CDs. If you know what those are, you know, discs. Don't have them anymore, but I have stacks of them, and so I just kind of finagled and made them be the circle part of the purse so that this would be nice and sturdy. Anyway, I covered it with glittered fun foam, a white piece here for that, and then a red piece, and then I punched these out of a circle punch just to make the dots because I could not find glittered dotted fun foam anywhere. And I didn't want to use paper. I wanted it to be fun foam and I wanted it to be shiny. So with the bows, what I had to do is I took some white acrylic paint, and I had to actually use a toothpick and dab those dots on to get the polka dots on there because that's the only way I could do it. I had to do 9 times 2, so 18 of these because each one has 2 bows. But it's worth it because it's for my friends. So I also used this little pearl stickers that I had. I glued those on there. And at the bottom, I put a handmade thing that I did on my computer for my little sticker. And then this one's already wrapped to go. There's some goodies down in there, but I did the packaging for the item I'll show you in just a moment. I just kind of loosely tied this yarn on. I wanted to make it so they could reuse this bag, so I didn't put any adhesive on the bag. I just wanted it to be reusable because I think it would make a cute pocket in a journal or something. She is a picture I got from the internet. I glued her onto some cardstock and enamel dots, and I made these itsy bitsy flowers, a gazillion, which you'll see throughout what I'm showing you, just to put something there on her bow. And so that's the packaging for that, and I think it's just adorable, and I hope they love them. And oh, and I didn't mention I have a charm dangle here. And this is shrink plastic. I used one of the digital images and just put their name on there with a Disney font that I found online. It was Walt Disney something font. And I think that's really cute. It just added something extra to the little purse. So I hope they love those. I had a blast making them once I figured it all out. And what's inside that bag that you saw is a project that I've created before. I just needed something that wasn't too time consuming because of the length of time I had to get things done. So I recreated this. I have a tutorial on it. It's a one-page wonder using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I'll put that link down below if you want to see how to make one. They're a lot of fun and they can be very addicting. So I had to buy a digital kit of Disney because I just don't have any. So I went ahead and cut this out of the digital. That paper in the background happens to be from Hobby Lobby, as is this one here. And then the rest, I think, are digital papers. But let's start here. So the first thing I did was I created a bunch of the bases and all the pieces that were going to go on the base, and then I sewed everything. All these pieces are sewn. On the front here, you'll see a fussy cut Minnie who I popped up on some foam squares and a bunch of these little handmade flowers. And this is a fussy cut from the digital. And this creates a pocket, this little piece here in the front. So I had this old ephemera pieces from a digital collection, so I just added those in the pocket. I thought that was kind of nostalgic cute. I used some baker's twine to close it up here, and then that will flip open like this. And I have a fussy cut of digital ephemera. That's printed paper from the digitals and some red pom-poms. This is a die from, I think I got it on Ally a long time ago. I don't even know who made it, but I just think it's generic. And it just comes like this, and there's, as you can see, it has that opening, but there's nothing in it. So the way I was able to get that word happy in there is I had this other die right here, and this is the number in case you're interested. And what it does is it has Polaroids, but the shape wasn't what I wanted, so I didn't use the Polaroid shape. But it has all these little word dies that you can put into that spot to cut out a word like I did here, happy. And it's got all kinds of words in there. I think it's such a cute die. And when I realized I could fit it into this, it was even better. So it has like selfie, love, what's that say? Surprise, hello, adventure, happy. There's more. There's a bunch more on there. So that's how I did that. And I backed it with some red cardstock just so it would pop up. The photograph is from just an image online, and I did put acetate over it so it would be like an actual slide. There's some more of those handmade flowers, and I velcroed this on so that the girls could either use this somewhere else or put a picture here if they wanted to put a picture. These balloons were from the digital, but that paper again was from Hobby Lobby. And so like I said, I just velcroed that on so they could move it around. Over here, I got these little beautiful little charms on Temu, and I thought I'd get one for each of the girls. They can either leave it here or take it off and make a dangle with it. And I'm holding it on with a bulb pin, a yellow bulb pin there. So then this flips down like this, and you can see here that I have some more fussy cut stuff for them to play with and decorate with if they want to. I fussy cut some of the little images, and then I had some of these things that I put in there as well. These are from a digital kit. And they kind of tuck behind Minnie so that she'll hold them in place in this little pocket right there. And then there's another place here. This is digital paper. This is Hobby Lobby paper. It's foiled hearts. And then that's a digital cutout. This then opens up, and again, a digital ephemera piece. I left her lifted so a photo could go in, and the same with her. And then a bow up top there. And then on the back, when you put this all together, I covered the back with a paper from Hobby Lobby, and then my little handmade tags. So each one of them will get one of these as my handmade goodie item, plus the bag. So I hope they enjoy that. It was a lot of fun to make them. A lot of work, but fun. And now I'm going to show you what I created for the goodie bags. So the raffle. So the first things that I'm putting in there are not handmade, but they're stuff that I found that I thought I could throw in there. I found her at Dollar Tree, and I thought I'd put her in there. She's just kind of cute. Since my whole theme is Minnie, I actually love the traditional Minnie with the red and yellow and black. I don't care much for the pink versions of Minnie. I don't know. It's cute, but it's just, I think of Minnie Mouse, I think of those colors, so that's why I did that. I happened to find these at Michael's, some sticker things, and she's wearing the red and white, which I was really happy about. And then I found this one too, and I decided to throw that in there. in the bag itself. And then at Dollar Tree some time ago, they had these, and they're mini ring lights for your phone, which I thought was super cute. And it's perfect because my theme was Minnie for mine, so I'm going to add that in there. And then the first thing that I decided to make, and I know we're only supposed to make one, but what happens is I get, like if I get done and then I still have time on my hands, I still want to, keep creating. So I do make stuff. So I was in Dollar Tree one day and I looked in their craft section and found a red embroidery hoop. And the only thing that came to my mind was I had to make that into a Minnie Mouse head. So that's what I did. I created this Minnie Mouse head. And as you can see, there's the red embroidery hoop. And they also had black fabric, which was perfect because then I just stretched it onto the embroidery hoop. And that's how I got that. What I figured is this could be used to put pictures. It's just pinned on with a needle so that they can hang a different picture on there if they want to. And I have a cord here to hang on the wall or whatever they decide to do with it. This is the 5mm fun foam. I just cut some circles and glued them on. And then this was also from Dollar Tree. I was so amazed to find red and white polka dot ribbon at Dollar Tree. I was like floored because I saw it at Michael's, but it was like $5. And I was like, I only need a little piece. I don't want to pay $5. So they had it and I was so happy that they did. So I made the bow there. And as you can see here on the back, it's got the hanging thing and then my little handmade die. And it's just a cute little thing they can hang on their wall to put a family photo or whatever. The next thing I got I saw this on Jenny's channel. She's Crafty Hilo Girl. And she had shown these cards that she made with this die that she got from Temu, and I later learned that, or AliExpress rather, and I later learned that it was a die that was a dupe from Lawn Fawn. So if you're looking for the die on either place, you can find it on Lawn Fawn. Like I said, I wasn't aware of that until I got it. But anyhow, what it is it's a little 3D card, so you can mail this in a regular 5x7 envelope with regular postage. It doesn't cost anything extra. You can see I did all the panels. I did sewing. I have my little handmade tag at the bottom, and then when you push this up, it's like a 3D display for look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? So this image right here is stage lights, and they came from Google. I just Googled some stage lights, and then I added diamond dots as the lights so they would shine on her. It looks like she's on a stage. And then the card has these little tabs that you glue stuff to, so these were the digital image, her was digital image, and then this was part of the die set. So I just made that, and I thought that was cute to add into this little goodie thing. This particular die that this was made from came from Panalisa when I designed for them. They're on AliExpress, and it's a envelope box. Actually, it's not. It is meant to be a flat fold, so the way the die makes it is so that it flattens down and you can mail this just like that thing, that I just showed you. But I made a base for it instead so that it would just stay as a box. And I have something coming in the mail. It should be here, I hope today. I'm crossing fingers because, like I said, I need it for this. But anyhow, I sewed the panels on this. It's all digital paper, doily from Doodlebug, and there is a digital fussy cut image. My little tag at the back, and the item will go in there when it gets here. The next thing I made is the main handmade something, and I am so happy with this. I've made this before in the past, years ago actually, and I made it in an 8.5 by 11, and I have since made them again, but in a smaller version. And so I thought, I'm going to make another one. So I did it in a smaller version, and I think this is just adorable. So on the cover here, you can see I sewn again all my panels everywhere, sewn my little handmade tag down there. This is the side view, and I'll get to this in just a moment, but that's the side view. And then this is the other side here. So let's start here. I used a die that I have in my stash to cut the doily. This is some of the digital I blew up, put her on Pop Dots. This is a little nail charm from Temu. These, I don't know, I think were Dollar Tree or somewhere, Hobby Lobby, I can't remember, and I just foamed those and put them on there. fussy cut that and layered it on black and popped it up so it would be popped up. I used some polka dot ribbon as the closure. On the side here, this thing was gold. It's a brad, so the prongs go on the inside, and I'll show you what I did to remedy them showing. Got a piece of glue here. So I spray painted this black because they were gold and I didn't want gold. So that's how I got a black one. And then I made this little charm dangle. This is Shrinky Dink, so I just took one of the digital images and shrunk it down on the Shrinky Dink, and that's how I made that. And just made a simple little charm. I didn't want really overbearing, chunky. I just wanted something small and dainty there. On this side here, you're going to see this little shaker, and I put diamond dots in there since it's so tiny, and I also fussy cut that little Minnie Mouse head to stick into the, I think I got it from the cover of this right there. I fussy cut one to put it in the shaker, and that's held on by a brad as well, so it can be removed and put elsewhere if they choose to. So when you open this up, this looks like this on the inside. And this is so cute. I love this format. I think I'll make more of these in the future. I just think they're so fun, and you could put so many different things. I have a mini album here, but you could technically put any handmade embellishments or anything in the pocket and then do whatever you want to do on the cover. So this to me is going to be like a little mini scrapbook kit. So on this side, I added some clothespins, and I have a bag here that has a ton of fussy cut images that I did from digitals, some foam cutout words, and this is Shrinky-Dink right here, and some gems in the back so that they could play with that in their mini album, which is in the middle. Before I show you that, this is the way I hid the back of the brads, the prongs. I didn't want them to show, so I used Minnie there to cover it up. So this is the mini album I made, and I used ribbons from my stash and my cinch. Yay, my cinch is getting some use. The one thing I do own that's Disney is cartridges. I have them from my Cricut from years and years ago. So I did her, and I pieced her together for the cover and added these red hearts. And I think that's super cute. And then I added some pom-poms at the bottom. And basically, I only used digital paper in here. I just wanted to keep it plain. So whomever gets this can do their own thing and make their own, pages the way they want them to look. So that's basically how that looks. And that will sit right into this little pocket really nicely. And then over here, I have a mini file folder. Play on words, mini. So anyhow, it's glued onto this back cover, and I use some baker's twine to close it up. This is a digital image. And when you open this up, there's a bunch of word strips that I created on my computer using the Disney font, and they're all little things like Pixie Dust here, and Merriest Place on Earth, and I have already met my Prince Charming, things like that. Just little word strips they can put in their mini album. And on this side, if you notice, is this is elastic from Dollar Tree right here, and I fussy cut the mini head to put on there. The elastic was stapled onto the, see back there? It's stapled onto the file folder before I glued it on, so that way the prongs were at the back, and that way it would hold these extra snippets of paper. So there's some more digital paper here that they can cut apart and use to play with in their mini album. So that's why I'm calling this a mini album kit. It's kind of got everything that's needed. And then if you look over here, I used my Dymo label. I have one that does script, and so it says mini, and I made those little flowers there, and that is how that part goes. And then you just tie everything back up, and that is the book. And I hope whoever gets this loves it. It was such a fun project to create. It took a minute, but it was fun, and I actually enjoyed working with Minnie. So I was really happy that I pulled that off. Okay, there's one more thing. So I am not, like I said, I don't just do one thing when I'm supposed to. I always end up doing more. And once I made everything, I was like, well, darn, I need something to put them in. And although I had a gift bag that had Disney on it, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. So I happened to be in Walmart, and I found some fabric that was Minnie Mouse, and it was the red one. Yay. And anyway, I am not a sewer. I sew paper, but that's about it. But I looked online of how to make a tote, and I found a tutorial on how to make this little tote bag right here. So I followed the instructions. It was really easy to do. I finished off these handles really nicely. Even the interior's finished nicely. There's no raw edges anywhere. Everything's covered up nicely. So, it'll last a while. And I even reinforced the what you call them, this part, the handles, so that they're nice and sturdy. And on mine, on the tutorial didn't have this, but I made a base out of chipboard and foam to sit at the bottom so that it would keep it squared off at the bottom. See how it's squared there? And so this will hold a lot more stuff, and the bottom will sit nicely when I fill it up. So I hope whoever gets this loves it. They can also use it later on as a little tote bag for themselves or a purse if they go to Disneyland. I don't know, whatever they want to use it for. So anyhow, that is everything. Like I said, I'm sure I'm going to have a great time this weekend, and I will tell you all about it on my next video probably. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed all the projects, and I will link down below whatever I said I was going to link down below if I remember. And hope you have a great week, and until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.